25 milliamps flowing out of the emitter. The current therefore combines in this transistor. With a PNP transistor, we again have the main circuit and the control circuit. But now the emitter is connected to the positive of the battery. The main circuit is off until we press the switch on the control circuit. We can see with this type that some of the current flows out of the base pin and returns to the battery. The rest of the current flows through the transistor and through the main LED and then back to the battery. If we remove the main circuit, the control circuit LED will still turn on. In this example, when the switch is pressed, there are 25 milliamps flowing into the emitter, 20 milliamps flowing out of the collector, and 5 milliamps flowing out of the base. The current therefore divides in this transistor. I'll place these side by side so you can see how they compare. Transistors are shown on electrical drawings with symbols like these. The arrow is placed on the emitter. The arrow points in the direction of conventional current, so that we know how to connect them into our circuits. To understand how a transistor works, I want you to first imagine water flowing through a pipe. It flows freely through the pipe until we block it with a disc. Now, if we connect a smaller pipe into the main one and place a swing gate within this small pipe, we can move the disc using a pulley. The further the swing gate opens, the more water is allowed to flow in the main pipe. The swing gate is a little heavy, so a small amount of water won't be enough to open it. A certain amount of water is required to force the gate to open. The more water we have flowing in this small pipe, the further the valve opens and allows more and more water to flow in the main pipe. This is essentially how an NPN transistor works. You might already know that when we design electronic circuits, we use conventional current. So in this NPN transistor circuit, we assume that the current is flowing from the battery's positive into both the collector and the base pin, and then out of the emitter pin. We always use this direction to design our circuits. However, that's not what's actually occurring. In reality, the electrons are flowing from the negative to the positive of the battery. This was proved by Joseph Thomson, who carried out some experiments to discover the electron and also prove they flowed in the opposite direction. So, in reality, electrons flow from the negative into the emitter and then out of the collector and the base pin. We call this electron flow. I'll place these side by side so you can see the difference in the two theories. Remember, we always design circuits using the conventional current method. But scientists and engineers know that electron flow is how it actually works. By the way, we have also covered how a battery works in detail in our previous video. Do check that out, links can be found in the video description down below.